So we have the flawless cellar available to us, and we would like to make some pickled goods. We don't have much to make it out of, but if something appears here, then please be ready to make them. Oh, and the pack of provisions. Let me just take a quick look. So we have the provisioner for provisions, but since the new flawless cellar is better at it, maybe we will disable it there instead. So yeah, please, you make up to 21 provisions. You can use... I don't think you should use anything besides the herbs for that. And we also need somebody to actually be working here. So it seems like you humans are really eager to do some work in the cellar, which was previously haunted, but now is flawless. Now, if we take a look at our own reputation progress, we have 1. We need 14, but we have 1. But I'd say it's okay because we are preparing the infrastructure, so we should be getting an infinite supply of biscuits and pie going forward. And after that, perhaps we can focus on some clothing items because we have an order for coats. And boots are something also to consider if they cross our... Well, if they come up as a choice in the blueprints section. For now, let's just enjoy the slow rhythm of this village. Lumberville is an appropriate name because you can see how much lumber we've already got from around us. This orchard will not be any more recognizable soon as an orchard because, well, the orchard part is missing. That does sound like a potential challenge, right? To just clean up a map completely from trees. I'm wondering if it's possible within like the regular game time when you're fighting the impatience. Perhaps at the latter stage when you also get like lower and lower queen's impatience and you also get this human keeper of the flame bonus. So basically the impatience will not grow at all. You can see that the lizards... Well, yeah, let's actually... Yeah, let's consider this. So 8 for the lizard scroll is ready, which would give us 3 resolve for the lizards who are the unhappiest for the time being. Probably because of the consumption control aspect. Yeah, let's finish it. I know we'll lose 1 impatience, but we'll get access to 1 more blueprint. Now, we can choose another order. Either 70 fulfillment of the need for leisure. It's also retroactive. Do we have access to beer at the moment? I know kind of outruled it before, but I don't think we have access to beer yet. What we can take a look at is at the choice of buildings. None of these are good. Too bad we don't have the ability to reroll. So what we will likely be doing is we will not open another dangerous glade this season, I think. Because it's a bit late already. But after the next storm we'll open up 1 more. Also considering like forbidden glades, but if the closest one is here. Let's close this blueprint selection notification. Yeah, let's go. Let's go risk a little bit. So forbidden glade for the next season, and just keep on cutting the trees that are like close to you here. Because it's always interesting what kind of events can pop out of there, and usually the higher the risk, the better the reward. So I think our settlement is ready for whatever is awaiting for us behind the forbidden glade. Now the hostility keeps creeping up. Yeah, we can consider another small hearth. We have all the resources for it. Question is like, we haven't been expanding far enough to have the spot for it. At least not this year. So... Oh, you see something? We have a bunch of wheat now, don't we? So... I'm jumping around a little bit, but bear with me, please. So we have these two lizards that will be producing flowers, and then we will want, well, the lizards also apparently want to produce biscuits and pies. So we'll enable these options. Also, in case we do get clay from somewhere, please make as much pottery as you want to. Now, using the flour, the herbs will also be used up, or the roots, to make the biscuits. It's limited to 200. And regarding the pies, I guess it's a similar setup. Actually, there's more choices that they can make them out of, because fish wasn't in the list for biscuits. So yeah, hopefully we get some of these going. Again, the sound of the storm in the background is terrorizing us a little bit. I do want to check out how many planks we have in store. Okay, so a lot of planks, meaning that the wood shouldn't be going down that quickly anymore, as basically we have stocked up on the planks. But they're still making something in the crude workstation as well as in the lumber mill. Scrolls, we don't even have like 100 yet, because we're lacking the dye for additional ones, but we have enough for at least one event. Okay, storm is here. We are at level 4 hostility. We will reduce it right away by removing all the woodcutters, and hopefully this will be enough. Everybody is housed. Oh, no problems for there. Well, we need to do the consumption control thing. I think it's becoming critical at the moment. So please do consume whatever you want. And yeah, it's still not enough. So we can consider using the sacrificing of the wood when we do run into critical stages with everybody wanting to leave, but I can see already the lizards are going to be happy enough. And the beavers, hopefully, as well. I don't see the beavers being happy enough. But the storm, it doesn't last that long in this difficulty level, so we wait like 30 seconds and then switch the beavers to be favored, then we should be good. Yeah, maybe some biscuits get made, you know. Although I can see that the lizards are not making anything yet, but it's because I believe also the first batch of flowers just got created. So since we have some free workers, how about you two lizards? You're not cutting any wood, go here. These ones are not doing anything, these humans. So we might have one too many human in the cellar for the time being. Do we have any other workstations that need help? I mean, we could go for rebuilding the tea house since we have the opportunity. Yeah, sure. You three lizards, please deal with the tea house. Then, yeah, also we will be able to finish one other order for the ruins. Let's quickly check the workplaces once more. I don't see anywhere that we would benefit from having extra workers at the moment. So we kind of have a good problem in terms of more workers than we need at the moment. But let's say we build the tea house, then that will also benefit from working hands. And don't forget about the woodcutters. There will be 6 again back after the storm. Yeah, so we will toggle the beavers to be favored, because otherwise one of them will leave. And now there's so little time until the end of the storm that even if the others go negative, they will not be able to escape our Lumberville settlement. Yeah, that's an unfortunate thing with the choice of blueprints. I mean, they're not awful, but we just don't know if we need the fishing hut, for example, because we haven't seen any large fishing ponds or anything like that. And the storm is almost over, yay! Okay, lovely. So cornerstone choice, we get, if we want, we get another woodcutter song. And looking at the other option regarding the education need fulfilled, which is not guaranteed because we don't have a building for education, then it's either the woodcutter song or declining for 10 amber again. I think let's just keep doing the woodcutter song. It's going to be interesting seeing it piling up. Okay, so the newcomers are almost here again. Can you join us in a few seconds or something? Anyway, I remember we had three beavers. At least you should start cutting wood. Let's move you also a bit closer to the Forbidden Glade. Now, can we get some beavers, please? Oh, yes, we can. Or we get a bunch of humans with a lizard. I think we have enough workers for the time being, so let's go for the beavers population. They will also bring some herbs along with them. Okay, so the three new beavers will go and start doing their beaver things. And we also need some extra shelters because the amount of new arrivals was beyond what we expected. And we still have 7 builders remaining, but 2 of them can go into the tea house. So nobody likes to work in the tea house specifically, but we will assign lizards to it. And yeah, let's make tea up until 100 limit. Let's also make incense. Just do not use any valuable stuff for it. And can we make water skins? Yeah, sure. There are some scales available for us. Okay, there is no salt or anything like that. Either salt or meat would be nice, but I will still add a limit here. So probably they will be able to make some incenses, but that's basically it. Now, what did the ruins order give us? So if we finish it... Well, actually this box of pottery is kind of fascinating. Yeah, let's complete it. And let's choose another one. Well, we've been here a few times, haven't we? Still don't know if we can make ale in the long run. Basically, we need to figure out what's behind this Forbidden Glade, which is... Yeah, it's quite far away, so... Instead of cutting the trees so sporadically, let's make it a little bit more... like... aimed at our eventual goal, effectively. We do not need to favor the beavers anymore. And by favoring anyone, we will not be able to get them happy enough to capture some reputation points. And that is okay. Now, we have 2 medium abandoned caches on our plates here. And what I'm thinking is that probably if you want to unlock one of them, then this one here seems to be more promising, because if we just like open up with stone the other one, we would get access to 5 ancient tablets and parts, which are much more rare than the other rewards from this medium abandoned cache, which is like some vials of dye, copper ore, some packs of trade goods. So yeah, please, whoever is available, work on this as well. Let's send this to the Citadel. Just start working on our reputation a little bit. Now I see the number of wood going down still really fast. And I'm not sure why it is so, because I believed we had enough planks in storage not to have to basically use it for the planks. But we do have some buildings that are making stuff out of it, so maybe that's related. So now we seem to be making some actual progress towards the Forbidden Glade. I did put the roads in a way that probably I need to readjust a little bit afterwards, because we want to build a small hut here. We don't have any available stone because probably this lizard is taking all of it and just converting it to bricks right away. You know what, let's reduce the number of bricks we need to 20, because this way we will be able to open up this cash as well. And whenever the next trader comes, we will have some extra amber ready for them. When is it, by the way? Oh, okay. The trader after the next one, it is. So we're low on food, it says. Ooh. Aren't we making cookies and stuff? Okay, we made 10 cookies right now. What is preventing us from making more cookies? Do we need another bakery? Okay, a trader arrived. So buying some food is not out of the question, but ideally we would avoid it if possible. So we have 19 amber to spend. We don't care much about the storage capacity. Woodcutters moving 20% faster is something that we can consider. Also, the long-term contract, which would give us additional resolve from the comfortable effect, is on the table. And we can only buy one of them or just spend everything on the food. And if we take a moment to just consider our options, then the woodcutters are, well, they're a bit slow with their cutting. So I think let's spend some of our money here. And the rest of the amber and perhaps the packs of provisions as well. We don't really need them for any orders at the moment, so let's sell them. Let's put all of our amber in play and let's just buy a bunch of roots, for example. Well, you get 20, not much, but we're in a bit of a pickle anyway, so take whatever we can. Okay, we're kind of betting a little bit on this new Glade to give us some good stuff, because seems like we don't have enough food for everyone. The sources of food at the moment is this root node plus the chain of foods that leads to cookies and biscuits. Biscuits and pies, sorry. It's really easy to mess these two up. But yeah, seems like at least some biscuits and pies are actually getting to the end customers finally. Okay, the woodcutters are... It feels like they're moving faster. Now we're into the clearance season, which means that we'll be able to grab some more grain, but we have a bunch of grain actually in stock. So what is slowing down the production chain is probably the making of biscuits and pies. But let's leave it there for a second because we have a rather dangerous event on our table. So the Fishman Lighthouse, a Forbidden Glade event that if we burn it down, what do we get? We basically... Well, either way we will get this lesser cold flame, which increases the hostility by 150 for each firekeeper in the settlement. Not impossible to do. But if we cleanse it, what do we get? We gain 1 impatience point, but we also gain basically an infinite amount of sea marrow. And if we look at our impatience point, we can play around with that. So I think we'll just do this. So please, we need you 2 lizards to work on this stuff. Our hostility will go up for a while, but hopefully we can more or less wrap this event up before the next storm. So yeah, they will be kind of intertwining at some point, but this 5 sea marrow per minute is quite juicy. Oh, and we also have an archaeological discovery here. We cannot do it yet because we don't have... Well, we need some sort of food to deal with it effectively. Now, we also have this... nests for food. Oh yes. Now we're talking. And we actually have a trapper camp ready here. Sweet. Yeah. So we will take 2 humans and let's rebuild this trapper camp because these large nests will be a good resources for both the eggs and as well as meat. So I'd say it's quite a good glade that we found. Now, the woodcutters, hey. You did your main job, but I still need you to keep avoiding glades for the time being and just focus on the trees around this area because we need to place a hearth here soon enough. Ideally we wanted to place it this year, but I don't think we'll make it before the storm starts. So our hostility is level 8 at the moment. I sure hope you lizards are going to be making it. So they're taking a little bit of a break. And then the estimated time is 4 minutes for this to end. Ooh, we'll be struggling a bit during the storm. So ideally we would have a bunch of wood prepared that we can sacrifice. This for the first 2-ish minutes. Wait, why are your lizards so unhappy? Okay, I guess it's all because of the hostility level, yeah. And I cannot really favor them at this point. Are we making some pickled goods? Actually, stop making packs of provisions. We need other things, please. We need you to make pickled goods and just have this other human to accompany you here. Places where we can get some good stuff. Oh, we do have a large abandoned cache here. But we ideally would like to open it up with the tools. So there are no gathering nodes near this herbalist camp. Which is fine, because if we move the large herb node, we will get more berries and plant fiber as a side effect. Now everybody seems to be working. Our hostility is annoyingly high. We're low on food again. How come they're eating everything? Like, do we need another place for... Okay, how much flour do we have? We have 5 flour. So I'm not even sure it's the bakery that's stopping the cookie and the etc. production. I think we'll set up, just in case, another provisioner here. So let's make like a train of provisioners and another bakery. And they'll be facing the same direction. And once we do get more villagers, then... Or actually during the storm we can just reassign the villagers that are working on the woodcutters camp just to the new provisioner and bakery. But yeah, the food is a serious concern. Okay, now we are in a fun territory. So we wanted to avoid being in hostility level 7 because we will be losing people if we remain here. Now, I'm not sure if it triggered right away or if we now remove all of our woodcutters, we'll get to level 6 and maybe we'll be fine. We'll find out in a bit. But yeah, this is gonna be rough times. So 2 minutes remaining on the event. And we are going into really deep negative territory with every kind of villager. It's not like it's going down slowly, it's going down fast. I don't think even like if we sacrifice, we can get very far with it. I think we might lose some people, but 1 minute and 50 seconds remaining. So the worst it seems to be with beavers, so I will give them the preferential treatment, but that's still already, it started ticking down. Okay, so we'll be losing 1 or 2 beavers, 1 human and 1 lizard. That's probably the minimum. But if we can prevent any of that from going beyond what I just described, then that would be perfect. Okay, so you remember we have some extra woodcutters that are not doing anything, so we'll put them making some flour specifically. And their bakery is also ready. We don't have any lizards, but yes, please, beavers, do your thing. So we will limit everything to 100 in this specific bakery. Okay, and we also have the trapper's camp that we can move a bit closer to the place where the nests are. Again, lizards would be ideal for it. Can we reassign some lizards? They're in the tea house. But they don't have to be in the tea house though. So yeah, let's put humans there instead, and then the trapper camp will be managed by the lizards who really like it there. Actually, the lizards are the only one that are positive still, which is impressive. Usually they're the first ones to go negative in terms of resolve. Okay, so 1 minute of struggle remaining. We'll definitely lose the beaver. We will not actually lose a lizard. We will lose one human, either 1 or 2 beavers, because after the first one leaves, I believe it will go... Well, the leaving process itself will be faster. What's up with the... So we have some wood remaining. The wood that we have, I just want to make sure that we're not using it up. So please do not make any more planks. And if you can, maybe just don't do anything right now. Do you have anything in storage? Okay, so let's move the logs back to the main warehouse. So we lost the human and the beaver builder. That was expected. Now the main goal is not to lose another beaver if possible. Okay, the storm ended. Thank you. That helped us a little bit. Okay, so we can manage the hostility if we do the protected trade cornerstone, which means that every time we sell 30 amber worth of goods, we lower the hostility by 15 points. That's not much though. Or do rich glades, or just decline and get the 10 amber. Yeah, let's just decline. I don't think we can utilize either of the cornerstones well enough. Okay, so we just lost to basically people to... Well, we still feel bad for them, but the expectations were much worse. So in 8 seconds we'll be able to finish up this event. Now, where did all our woodcutters go? Because I assigned them everywhere. So the 3 beavers are back. What about... Well, let them just make some cookies and pies over here for the time being. Because we will get additional villagers, won't we? Now, looking at what they bring with them, I'm leaning towards grabbing the 3 beavers, 3 lizards and 1 human, because they bring also some vegetables and tools that should not be overlooked. Yeah, so let's grab those. Seems like we had enough places for everybody to settle in. Now, 3 beavers were the new villagers, eh? That's just the number we need for this woodcutter camp. Now, I will move the woodcutter camps both a little bit higher. Because this year we will build the second hearth. Actually, can we build it around here? So, small hearth. Ideally, we would want it actually near this farm here. This should also do, right? Okay, we need it near one of the farms, and I believe like this is the best spot. Actually, it won't matter for the top farm we have over there, does it? So if we just built it like around here, it'll do as well. Yeah, let's build it here. That'll do. But the woodcutters can still stay around and cut around this place. We will also build a small warehouse that would be closer to the small farm we have over here. Actually, the roads are messed up still. Remember, we had the speculation that we might have to do the crossing at another point somewhere. And if we look at where we place the hearth, if we build the path around it, then this road should go from here to here. And yeah, the farm is here. There's like too little space between the farm and this road, effectively, meaning that okay, another road will go from here. Sorry, woodcutters, you need to move a little bit. You're kind of on our way. make this settlement pretty, right? So another path over here. No, please don't build that one. That would be a lot of deletion. So probably the warehouse should be against this road here, near the hearth. Yeah, that should do it. Okay, let's continue. You can see everybody's resolve is a little bit higher than usually, even with like level 5 hostility. So this hearth will help us a little bit, but we'll still be struggling with hostility levels even in this storm. Especially due to the food stockpile. So we have not enough food coming in effectively. This leads me to the question of if we're need to open up even more glades, or we just need to build more buildings that provide us with the food. Okay, so we will provide this lizard a comfortable working place, and we will have to reallocate some buildings to this hearth as well to get one extra resolve point from the hearth level. So we'll put these over here around the warehouse. Yeah, let's grab this fourth one as well. Not the prettiest setup, but it'll do. Now let's also build a park for this hearth. Over there. Let's put the park, since the road is going to be going around the corner here, let's put the park here. And we still have 3 builders, which is a bit too much. Probably lumber mill could use 1 worker. Let's re-enable the plank production. Is there anything we could mine? I believe we haven't found any mineable resources yet on this map. Yeah, doesn't look like it. This one, well, this lovely statue is kind of ugly, but we will move it closer to our base. We will get 5 sea marrow every minute now, which is going to be quite beneficial, especially for opening up these glades that we have lying around here. How's the thing with the food? I mean, we have pickled goods, we have biscuits, but for all of those things we have very little of them. If we were to disable the consumption of all the basic stuff, maybe we would get access to more like pickled goods, etc. The only one that concerns me are the lizards, because I'm not sure of the pickled good production line sturdiness. Are we making any? Well, we might be making some barrels at the provisioners, at least the first provisioner, if I remember correctly. But then again, we're not making copper bars, so whatever barrels we have, that's kind of it. Then again, 40 barrels is a bunch of pickled goods. These lizards are vital to our success. One thing that did happen is that the gathering of the nodes started going 50% slower because we picked the master blueprint, but then again we wouldn't have the ability to gather anymore if we didn't pick it, so win some, lose some. So lizards seem to be really happy. We'll give them a boost in terms of favoring them. Can we make any decision based on... Well, I don't think, like, fishing hut has the highest potential out of these 3 options, because even if we find fertile ground, we might be using them for cabbages or something like that. But yeah, let's pick it. Okay, so we have a cookhouse on the table, which would bring the porridge along with biscuits and skewers. I think this is a slam dunk option. Yeah, let's pick the cookhouse and probably build one as well. And then we get the choice of the tavern. What was the bonus of the tavern? So +3 to global resolve. And we do have access to wine at least. And remember, this ale thing keeps coming on our table. So yeah, let's pick up the tavern as well. We will build both of them because for some reason we don't have any fabrics. Okay, but we will build both of them just to have some flexibility in terms of playing around with the resolve. So maybe during the storm, whoever is not cutting wood anymore can go into the tavern and provide 3 resolve from there. Now the cookhouse itself will place... It's a good place for that. Yeah, somewhere here, near the park. Okay. Now we do have some free workers for the cookhouse, don't we? So 3 lizards probably will be dealing with stuff over here. Yeah. It was like a lovely addition to our setup. Maybe we don't make the biscuits actually, at least initially in the cookhouse. But for the porridge, for example, we would need some rainwater. And since we don't deal with geysers yet, since we're so low level, we will be building a 1 rain collector to provide the rain for us. And this rain collector will be right next to the cookhouse. So the lizards are actually quite satisfied with how it's going. No trees near the woodcutter camp, no problem. We'll maybe move you a bit closer. One thing we can consider again is opening up another dangerous glade in the next season or next year. And that one would be likely candidate. Yeah, we don't want to go for another dangerous one for the time being. Those are rather stressful. Let's rather focus on the dangerous glades to the east of our settlement.